Yo, guys, hey, hope everyone's enjoying the Winter Olympics and your favorite team slash athletes doing very well in this. I'm just wearing this cap that from indoor curling league I was in. This year, unfortunately, we're not in because my teammates got hurt. But this is from up where I live in the north. And by the way, it's freaking freezing up here at this moment. So curling, I grew up watching curling, love watching curling, United States, but across the lake, we were able to get Canadian TV, and I watched that Saturday afternoons. Very, very cool. So anyway, guys, into this, Silver Age, Knights of Seven Kingdoms. You know what? Bottom line, we're back. This thing was dragging for 3 episodes. Should we have been, it was just like boring. And we're here. Yay, yay, yay. Game of Thrones back. Got's back. I should say Got's back. It's here. We have got greatness to go through this thing. We have betrayal. We have honor. We have integrity. We have Targaryens being blankety blanks like they always typically are. We have the houses with friction between them that we're seeing. We see comeuppance, and we find, we also see some support for common people through the night, Sir Duncan. This thing resonates strongly. And then from my review perspective, I'm giving this a gold, which is my 5 out of 7 gold. It's not classic platinum or latinum. I mean, it's better than average. Good writing, good acting, gets us in. But really the core here is it makes up for what we're missing in episodes 1, 2, and 3. And, we have, so I'll go back to betrayal and support. And redemption, too. Redemption's in this as well. So this thing is definitely engaging. Guys, just get into it. I may throw out 1 or 2 minor quick spoilers here, but this thing is a dish better watched, observed by yourself. And anyone that loved the Game of Thrones on HBO, for the first 5, 6 episodes, here we are, brothers. Here we are. Nobody dies yet, but here we are. Enjoy this. And I'm just going to quickly go through this. Couple of quick shots here. We see Egg coming in to release, to talk to Sir Duncan. Those two have their come to Jesus moment. And basically, bottom line is Sir Duncan forgives him, but also tells Egg that what you did wasn't right. You didn't think of the consequences. You caused people to not trust you, but now I'll trust you, kind of thing. And he does hear Egg is in line potentially to be a heir to the Iron Throne. And then, of course, the one guy that befriended him toward the beginning, he's asking Duncan, I ask you again, are you a good knight? And I mean, I guess what Duncan should have said is, honest integrity, but he also talks about, hey, I was trained by the knight I had squired for, blah, 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 blah. But again, ask the question, are you a good knight? Are you skilled? Blah, blah, blah. They kind of avoid the issue because, once again, most of the people, he's very polarized. The extreme royalty dislikes him because he's not royal. He doesn't have any royal background, upbringing, and he will support the common folk over royalty, be royalty good or bad. And that's one of the messages that carries and resonates through this. And of course, they do this thing going, okay, well, you're going to have to go through a trial, and basically the trial, they're going, no, one of the trials they have is combat directly back and forth, the Targaryen against Duncan. And that guy, the Targaryen, goes, no. I want a trial of 7. He wants to stack the odds in his favor because, one, he doesn't want to fight at all. And trial of 7 requires, as we find out eventually in this thing, that the accuser and the defendant have to get 6 other knights to support them, and then they joust, fight, I don't know if it's to the death exactly, against each other, and whoever wins, the accuser wins or whatever. So basically, and the loser, I don't know if the loser dies or whatever happens, or they're sent to another land, who God knows. But, he is a supporter. And of course, later we find out that he will join the 7. And we find out, what the hell is this? A lot of these guys don't even know what the hell the Trial 7 is. I guess it's something that had been used for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and it was something based on the gods. And the guys saying, okay, 7 teams of 7 fight each other. The winner wins a dispute, basically, bottom line. And like I said, this Targaryen is an idiot, arrogant, and wants to support everything about dragons. And the one thing that comes out here once again is the fact that Sir Duncan is honest and wants to protect the innocent. That's a theme that you don't hear often in Game of Thrones, but you do when you do see the knights. And Brennan, she basically, she was protecting the innocent. And it turns out the brother of the Targaryen, he also lied, saying, Egg was kidnapped by Duncan. And basically he says, I want to make amends. I want to join your team of 7. And then he wants to go get the shield. He gets the shield, and he discovers the shield looks like a dead tree, and it looks like a memorial. And the armor explains to him, no. That's oak and iron. It's going to protect you well. And that's a live tree. That's a shooting star that you asked for. Like you forgot about the shooting star. So he puts together a ragtag team, kind of goes, okay, we'll help you. We'll support you. Because nobody else would help him. And they were like, they had 6, and they're still short 1. And then one of the key things always happens in here. Well, okay, the first guy, by the way, broken leg, ragtag. Guy without an eye, ragtag. And they say, okay, there has been this trial in 7 years. And, there's like this one guy that goes, I just want to beat somebody up. That wears white and just make them pay. And then, of course, the thing is the betrayal. We always have betrayal for money, for land, for lordship. Wasn't that what we saw in the Game of Thrones that was on HBO Max, and really well done for at least 6 episodes. So this guy backstabs. And, Sir Duncan has a problem, and turns out his cousin Raymond goes, knight me, so he's not going to be of great value, but it's going to at least get him to 6. And then Duncan makes a plea to all the houses that are there, nobody's going to help him. And then, of course, he comes in and goes, I will help, I will be part of, I'll join your team. And that is a great moment, too. And that's part when the Game of Thrones music plays. Awesome. And this gets us all excited. And we really haven't had violence other than we've seen some little jousting. And I think we're going to see some violence, and we're going to see some people finally die like we want to see in Game of Thrones. But like I said, we have the betrayal. We have the houses hating each other, disliking each other, not trusting each other. We have some people supporting the common folks. Hey, I want to hear your thoughts. Norm, with Silver Age, have a great day. Enjoy the Olympics. Like I said, I'm enjoying the curling, and the Winter Olympics is actually my favorite. Everybody take care.